Hey guys, project-zodiac here. I'm back with another video, and this is another movie review. And this is one that I'm not going to spend too much time on. This is my review on the second live-action Mortal Kombat movie, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Uh, yeah, I'm just not going to go so much into this review. For those of you that just want to know my quick general thoughts, this movie is just fights. That's it. It's just decently done fights and using characters from Mortal Kombat. It doesn't really feel like a Mortal Kombat movie though. It just feels like it's skins of Mortal Kombat as opposed to the first Mortal Kombat movie where that feels like it's Mortal Kombat even though it's PG-13. Um, so yeah, this movie is a sequel to it. It picks up right where the first one ended, and it's just it doesn't really do much. It's just fight after fight after fight after fight after fight after fight after fight with barely any character development. And I mean, there's some cool things. What they do here with Shao Kahn and Raiden was, I think, pretty cool. I liked their the concept of their background, the way that that was handled. I thought that was some pretty good. And Raiden does go through a journey that I think was really, really nicely done here as well. But yeah, it just that's all really the good things about this movie. The acting in the movie is bland. The I'm not yeah, the acting in the movie is bland. Special effects is I think a little bit worse than the first movie. The costumes are terrible in this movie. I don't know why they did that. Uh, and they recast a couple of characters. They do okay, but the originals were better. And even how this movie starts is again how the first one ends, and they changed some things about that, like characters' clothes for that particular scene. So it's just an okay in some parts it's just okay. But in others, it's just so cheesy. It's a really bland movie. If you want to have something as a background noise, then yeah, you could put this one on. If you just want to see some quick martial arts fights, you could just put this on. Uh, but really, that's all there is to it. It doesn't feel threatening. It doesn't feel eventful. It doesn't feel like there was really much of a point with the story that they were taking the movie in. Um, Especially just because of yes, the first movie had a lot of fights too, but they focus on the character development. Here, the characters are just there just to fight, and it just seems so lifeless because of that. Um, but at least the fights can be a little entertaining. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this movie. It's just a movie that really was butchered, I think, in its production and how it was handled. It doesn't feel grand or epic, even though it's supposed to be. But in terms of some good things that I can talk about the movie, again, the concept of Raiden Shao Kahn, what they do with them, I think that that was pretty interesting. Raiden's whole arc, I think, was also pretty interesting. I think it was done pretty well. I don't like his, super short military guy buzz cut though, but still his arc is pretty interesting. At least he has one. And then also the fact that we get a lot of characters in this movie. I think that that was pretty cool, but I mean, it felt very forced, but it was pretty cool that we got a lot of characters here overall. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, those were the best things. I really can't say too much about this movie, just because really, this movie is just fight, 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 fight after fight. It's not like, for example, where I reviewed the Josh Trank Fantastic Four movie, which was also a bad movie, where I did have a lot of things to say about it. This one really, it's just punches and fights and the special effects are just okay, and they do almost nothing with the concept, and there's time progressing. It doesn't feel like there's time progressing. It just kind of all feels like it's in one day. So again, there's no real big stakes in it. Like literally all the things I can talk about this movie I've just already talked about. So it's a little bit different than some of my other reviews just because, yeah, it's just fight scenes, and the sets are just bland as well. Um, so yeah, I don't have much to say about it. I don't want to try to stretch out the video. There's just those really cool things. Everything else is just kind of bland. Is it the worst movie ever or the worst movie I've seen? No. But again, it's only just mostly fights. And I mean, I'm someone who likes martial arts a lot. I love watching, like martial arts movies and shows and anime and all of that. But if your entire movie is literally just that, I mean, when you think about it, like for example, Bruce Lee movies or Jackie Chan movies, I love the Jackie Chan movies, and the Bruce Lee movies are really impressive too. They're mostly fights, but at least they have a proper, well done story where things don't feel forced, and at least the fights are all entertaining. It pushes the story forward. It doesn't feel like it's, all right, let's throw this character in now and have another fight. Because that's all that this movie does. It just feels like you're watching someone playing the game. And while that can be cool, it's just really, you might as well just watch the game, I guess, or play the game, because you're going to have a lot more fun actually doing the combat yourself. But yeah, so I think that's why I rank this a little bit low, or don't really have a lot to say, because unlike other martial arts movie or movies based on tournaments or something like that, at least they have spaces in between each of the fights where there's actual development and characterization and plot significance. Here is just fights, and when there are those in between moments of those fights, it's just really dull. So yeah, not really too much to say about this one. But at least now we can go and talk about the next Mortal Kombat movie, the first of the remake. And for that one, I have a little bit more to say. So let me know what you think of Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.